Let's step into a different kind of space right now. As we begin this explainer, I want you to completely let go of the idea that we're just analyzing data or reciting mechanical words today. We're looking at something much, much deeper. There is a version of reality, right now, where your specific person already chooses you, where they already desire you. We're going to explore 5 powerful affirmations sourced from profound manifestation principles to get you there. But understand this from the very beginning. This is about shifting your internal reality.
Take a breath and really ask yourself this. The question isn't if you can manifest them. The question is, can you become the version of yourself who already has them? To truly grasp this, we have to bypass your logical defenses for a moment. If you're exhausted from trying to force things to happen, are you ready to just stop chasing? Because as our source material so clearly explains, manifestation at its core isn't about what you want. It is fundamentally about identity.
You see, this is the core shift. It's chasing versus becoming. These affirmations we're about to explore aren't designed to attract someone from a distance. They aren't some kind of magical lasso. They are designed to rewrite who you are. When you shift your identity, when you move out of chasing and step into becoming, you completely shift your energy. And when your energy shifts, the reality around you must reorganize to match it. Let's look at the first affirmation and see exactly how this shift begins.
I am always chosen, effortlessly and naturally. Just let that land for a moment. This affirmation is the absolute foundation because it targets and dissolves the deepest, most rooted fear we hold. What if they don't pick me? When you truly embody this specific phrase, you step completely out of that fear. You're making a profound frequency shift here. You're moving from a state of lack, which is rooted in fear, to a state of deep, unshakable certainty. And why does this matter? Because attraction doesn't respond to desperation. It never has. It responds to identity. When your subconscious mind finally accepts the identity that you are always chosen, your reality literally reorganizes to prove it to you. And not just by your specific person, but by everyone you encounter. In this state of certainty, everything changes because you just know. When you inhabit the identity of someone who is always chosen, you aren't competing with anyone else anymore. You aren't waiting by the phone. You aren't just hoping things work out. There is only the quiet, undeniable knowing that you are chosen. Here is the second one. My SP is irresistibly drawn to me, beyond logic and reason. This invites us into a deeper, esoteric truth. Attraction isn't some rational, logical checklist. It's energetic. It is magnetic. When you affirm that they're drawn to you beyond logic, you bypass 3 massive barriers. First, you bypass their current conscious thoughts. Second, you bypass whatever the current circumstances are. And third, you bypass time and distance altogether. You're speaking directly to the subconscious connection between you and your specific person. You aren't trying to consciously convince them of a single thing. You're activating an inexplicable pull. And when something feels beyond logic, it feels incredibly real.
Number 3. I am the only one they desire, think about, and choose. This is all about exclusivity, but it's absolutely crucial to understand the energy behind this. You aren't saying this from a place of insecurity or jealousy. You're anchoring this exclusivity through inner dominance. You aren't saying that other people in the world don't exist.
You are simply assuming this truth. In their world, I am the center. When you persist in this assumption, something really beautiful happens to your own mind. Because you assume this inner dominance, your mind stops creating threats. Those agonizing doubts about third parties, they just dissolve. The late-night overthinking simply disappears. Your emotional stability completely levels up. What you consistently assume becomes the script they unconsciously follow.
Our connection is inevitable and divinely aligned. Think about the heavy weight of that word. Inevitable. Stepping into inevitability stops the exhausting cycle of trying to force things to happen. It stops you from agonizing over the how or the when. This is the shift from control to trust. When something feels inevitable, you naturally stop chasing it, right? You stop doubting it. You stop reacting to every little thing. You begin to move through the world like someone who already knows the final outcome. And our source material shares a really profound truth here. Reality actually bends faster for those who are entirely certain and completely detached from the timing. This affirmation aligns you with a timeline where it unfolds entirely naturally. And finally, the 5th one. I am already living the reality where we are together. Notice the tense there. Manifestation does not happen in a distant, hopeful future. It happens entirely in the present state. When you truly feel that you're already living that reality, your esoteric energy grounds into tangible internal shifts. You naturally move through these 3 steps. You think differently, you behave differently, you react differently. Occupying this end state forces you to stop asking, when will it happen? You simply start living as if it already has.
And that is the moment everything shifts. Why? Because of this absolute truth. Your subconscious mind cannot distinguish between deeply felt imagination and external reality. If you consistently occupy that end state internally, reality has no choice but to catch up to you. So the crucial point we've been building to throughout this explainer is this. Your specific person isn't something outside of you, separate from your energy. They're simply a reflection. They reflect your assumptions, your identity, and your inner world. If you change that inner world, you change everything. Because the version of you who has them already exists. This is exactly why you must step into this version of yourself right now. Treat these 5 affirmations not as mere wishes you hope come true someday, but as undeniable truths about your identity today. You don't attract what you want. You attract who you become. So as we bring this explainer to a close, I'll leave you with one final question to sit with in the quiet of your own mind. Who are you becoming today?